let's see here. Let me go back to my show notes. I believe next up is our NHL Coach of the Year debate between two more Light 'em Up debutants in RC Milton and Jake 3152. So let's get them in the seat. RC is ready. Send me the speaker request. Love it. All right, so let's get them on here. And let's also get here. Invite him as to speak. Okay. RC, Jake, how's it going, gentlemen?
Doing great. Doing great. Thank you so much. Jake, how you doing, my man?
I'm pretty good. I'm busy studying for finals. I'm studying for this debate. How's it going, guys?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
A very odd thing to do for a study break. Preparing for a NHL Coach of the Year debate to take a break between studies. But hey, whatever works, right?
Yeah, whatever works.
Okay, so let me set the stage for this debate. As I mentioned, these two gentlemen are making their Light 'em Up debut, so we don't have any records or anything to go off of, but exciting to have some new energy here on Light 'em Up. RC is going to be debating on behalf of Andrew Brunette of the Florida Panthers, which I believe just locked up the Eastern Conference or the best overall record. So in the East, okay, yep. And then Jake is going with Gerard Gallant of the New York Rangers as their pick for the NHL Coach of the Year. Now, given that we don't have any records to go off of, we're just going to go the old school route of whose name comes first.
Okay.
J comes before R. So, Jake, you get to decide if you want to start or if you want to defer. And before you answer, let me just remind you again that if you'd like to start, you had the first opening statement and the last closing statement. If you choose to defer, you have the last opening statement and the first closing statement. So with that said, which do you choose?
I would like the last closing statement, so I'm going to receive, and I will go first.
All right. Well, your 2 minutes starts now.
Okay, so Andrew did a really good job. That he didn't even start the year as the head coach. So that's very impressive. That being said, Florida was going to be a top 5 team, probably in the league, no matter what. They had a top team. New York Rangers came into this year as a fringe playoff contender at best. They have not made the playoffs for 4 years. Rangers are a very proud organization. They play in Madison Square Garden. They made the playoffs for 4 years in a row. That's honestly embarrassing. The team hasn't been good, and I'm fine with it. But that's embarrassing. You gotta get to the playoffs to play Madison Square Garden. This is a team that last year did not make the playoffs. Were very, very, very average at best. And they are one of the youngest teams in the league, if not the youngest team in the league. In the offseason, they traded away one of their best players in Pavel Buchnevich, a team that was not very good last year. Both one of their best players, Pavel Buchnevich, in return got Sammy Blay, a fourth liner who's only 23 years old, 23 or 24 years old, and missed most of the year with an ACL and the draft pick. Other guys they picked up, Ryan Reeves, career fourth liner, death piece, guy who's only did a fight. He has like 8 points this year. Patrick Nemeth, death defenseman. Barclay Goodrow, third line wing. Brian Hunt, death forward. And then re-signed Greg McKay, a career journeyman who had a grand total of 5 points last year. You cannot tell me that the New York Rangers improved based off what they did on paper from last year to this year. In fact, on paper, they probably should have gotten worse. And they went from a fringe playoff contender, and they've already clinched full ice in the first round of the playoff. They are a top 4 team in the Eastern Conference, at least a top 7 team in the NHL, right? And it is a lot for Gerard Gallant. He has come in here. He has changed the culture. He has let the kids play. He has, he's set the most perfect lineups. He's given Shishorka, their goalie, a rest when he needed to. He's trusted his depth guys to put him in the lineup when he needs to. He sets the right lineups every single game. And he is the reason why the New York Rangers are going to the playoffs and to make a really great run. I'll give respect to Andrew Brunette. He is not the reason Florida Panthers might win this game here.
All right. All right. Thank you, Jake. RC, before I bring you in here, Jake, it did sound like you were just a tad bit away from your mic. You sound a little faint. So perhaps when we get to Crossfire, maybe you can adjust that. But thank you for your opening statement. RC. Your 2-minute opening statement starts now.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there is some excitement in South Beach, and it has nothing to do with the hard court or the gridiron. I am talking about the National Hockey League and the Florida Panthers. This is a franchise that had started their history getting to the Cup final in their third year of existence, but have not won a playoff series since the that same Stanley Cup run 26 years ago. Last year, the Cats made it to second in the Atlantic. They did start 7-0, but turfed now disgraced head coach Joel Quenneville after he resigned when word came out of the deplorable Chris Beach sex assault case. Enter Quenneville's replacement, who after a 2-5 start in his first 7 games, has ran it since. 50 wins, 15 losses, 6 overtime losses. His name is Andrew Brunette. As we speak, Florida is on a delicious 13-game winning streak. They are 8 points clear of second place in the Eastern Conference, 4 points ahead of the Colorado Avalanche for the President's Trophy as a best regular season in the league. They are in every position to dominate. And the fact is that you had the verified and a great head coach in Joel Quenneville with 3 Cup wins, and everything had been set with this particular coaching mindset. Imagine if you were Alexander Barkov or Jonathan Huberdeau, who were so geared to be on Quenneville's team and had their entire season railroaded because of this case and the speculation that came with it. But they managed to persevere. And the fact is that Andrew Brunette is the reason why. Your 2021-22 winner of the Jack Adams Award for Coach of the Year from the Florida Panthers is Andrew Brunette. I concede my time.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you for those strong opening statements. You can both come off of mute. And your 10 minutes of crossfire starts now. Light them up.
All right, so you know what? That's right. Let's let this party up. Okay, that's a lot of very good points.
All right, come on, Jake. Let's go, man.
It's not easy as being an interim head coach. It is not. It's I would not want to be an interim head coach. That's basically
Andrew Brunette's making it easy. Andrew Brunette's making it easy. He is 34-6 at home, Jake. He is 23-9-6 on the road. That sounds he's doing it with ease.
That's true. It's not easy being an interim head coach. Being an interim head coach is like, oh yeah, well, the first go we had sucked, and you don't have time to go out against somebody else. So just pretend to coach the team, and maybe we'll beat you next year. So it is hard. The interim head coach, especially in a situation that he was thrown into. It was not because of the team underperforming. It was because, like you said, the horrible outing that came out against Joel Quenneville. So he was rightfully let go, and they decided to stay with the status quo and promote him. So he should definitely be a candidate. He's probably the number 2 candidate behind Gerard Gallant. But it doesn't matter if he's thrown in there. The Florida Panthers were going to be a top 5 team no matter what. And he's done a very good job.
You still have to play the games. I mean, respectfully, you still have to play the games. And of
course.
And the reality is that Andrew Brunette came into a completely unprepared situation, and ifs and nuts. I mean, the reality is that they don't have anybody with a proven pedigree in terms of experience. Huberdeau, Barkov. I mean, Huberdeau's been there a decade. He doesn't know what a playoff success is like, let alone Barkov. Sorry, go ahead, please.
That's true. Gerard Gallant, where he was getting into? Gerard Gallant, wherever yes, he coached Vegas for a year, but he didn't know who he was getting into. He kept a very young team and didn't really have that many expectations. And Gallant's a guy who's used to having some expectations. So he was really going into a situation he didn't really know what he was doing either. Yes, he was an interim head coach. He took a team that's one of the youngest teams in the league. That was a fringe playoff contender at best. They did not get better on paper. It's also missing the playoff last year in a shortened season. They should have had no problems getting into the playoffs. And top four team in the Eastern Conference. He's done an amazing job.
Gallant knew that he was going to be head coach this coming season, not Andrew Brunette. And the reality is, whatever he did in Vegas, that's one thing, but he's coaching the New York Rangers now. So yes, he took an expansion team and ran it to the Cup final. Would have been incredible to see Marc-Andre Fleury lift the Cup on the Strip, but that didn't happen. And you take somebody like Andrew Brunette, who is a rookie coach and is able to have a 13-game winning streak right now as we speak. It's absolutely incredible with no proven veteran leadership in terms of winning. You have Aaron Ekblad, you have Claude Giroux. What have they done in the playoffs? Nothing.
Well, Claude Giroux has it wasn't a cup final, but of course he hasn't been there too long. But who were the Rangers playoff experience? All right, well, Claude Giroux won 2 cups with Tampa, but he was like a third or fourth line guy on that team. Part of it was Tampa stack. He was a second or third line guy on the team. That's not Tampa, but outside of him, they don't have any playoff experience. Kreider's really never been to the playoffs. Mika, I'm not sure has ever been to the playoffs. Even Panarin,
and the difference is that Florida is 12 points clear of the Rangers. So if you were voting for Coach of the Year, given the Chris Beach saga that involved the Florida Panthers, and with all things considered, why would you vote for a team that is that close to winning the President's Trophy? And why would you vote for a coach that is 12 points minus the Florida Panthers and Andrew Brunette?
You would vote for him because if you can throw any coach in there, and Florida would still be probably just as good.
That is speculation at best. That is speculation at best.
Gentlemen, I'm going to kind of here for a second at about the 5-minute mark. Jake, a couple of people are pinging me saying you still sound a little faint or a little distant from your mic. Not sure if you can do anything on your end, but just want to give you that heads up. But about 5 minutes remaining here, gentlemen.
Let me try taking out my AirPods. Maybe that'll help.
I'll pause for time.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. Sounds good.
How's that sound?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds a lot. It sounds a lot better. Sounds a lot better.
Like background noise, like fan or something. Okay, whatever you did, that's perfect.
Yeah, I turned my fan off. Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
He's probably nearby the Florida Panthers, so he has to cool off. That's why he's got the fan going.
5 minutes remaining, gentlemen.
All right, so you picked Gerard Gallant because, yes, you're right. It's speculation, but Florida was going to be at least a top 5 team in the East coming into the East.
Nobody knows that, though. I mean, it's the perfect. It's the perfect.
Look at the roster. Look at the project before the year.
Okay, look at the roster. But I mean, okay, so let's take a look at a guy like Huberdeau. Right now, he's second in the league in points, I believe, with 114. He has not scratched 100 at all in his career. The last time was his second best season beyond this one. It was 92 points in 2019. So you could make the argument that Andrew Brunette is the reason why that Jonathan Huberdeau is having the kind of season that he's having. He's probably going to be nominated for the Hart.
Yeah, he'll definitely be a finalist. And I'm not saying Andrew Brunette's not a candidate for coach here. He should be second. It's really not that close. But Mika Zibanejad is having the best year of his career. I think Artemi Panarin's honestly having the best year of his career. And he was a superstar before the Rangers. Oh. Chris Kreider is having by far best year of his career. This is a guy who, even when he first came up, we thought he'd be a 40-goal scorer. Screw that. He's got 51 already, and he's got 4 games left.
Okay, so are these guys going to be nominated for the major awards? Bobrovsky, you could say, is going to be nominated for a Vezina. So so where the question is, the question is, sorry?
Igor Shesterkin wins the Vezina.
Okay, well, with Bobrovsky leading in wins, so, and obviously Gerard Gallant, he for goalies. So a Gerard Gallant system is always preaching defense. So what kind of how many times does Shesterkin have to bail out his blue line? He had that same kind of setup in Vegas. He's brought it to New York. Okay, Shesterkin is he's running it with goals against with a sparkling goals against. I think it was just over 2. But in the end, Sergei Bobrovsky is doing things that he couldn't do in Philly, and he did have a scratch of success in Columbus, but he never made it past the hump over there. So where does the value of the coach, like how much is the coach responsible for that success? You have to say that Andrew Brunette, a rookie coach who came out of a completely bizarro world set of circumstances, is the reason why. And I mean, like, let's say that he was hired in a traditional sense, like Gerard Gallant. Maybe I'll give it to you. Maybe, but the fact is that, you get to be a professional athlete. You are set on a set of parameters. You're meticulous in a certain way. Hey, Andrew Brunette, hope you had a great weekend. By the way, Joel Quenneville had to get rinsed, so you're going to be the head coach of the team. My best wishes to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Minute 30 remaining, gentlemen.
There might be a line of you got to get rinsed. That's pretty.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna shout out Dave Perkins from the Toronto Star on that one. So that's his famous line. So I got to give it to Perkins on that one.
So, that's pretty funny. But like, I mean,
it's. Sorry, please go ahead.
What was their record before he got hired? The Florida Panthers were right around the top of the standing, and they're still there. So yeah, he's done a good job. He's kept them there. But without Gallant, the Rangers do not get near the top of the standings, because the Rangers, you said, are 12 points back. So all right, they're obviously won't pass them because just mathematics. But the Rangers are, right up there with the Panthers for top teams in the league because of Gallant. Not saying their players are bad; they have good players. If you throw an average coach in there, they would not be top 4 in the East. If you throw an average coach in Florida, I think they're still at least top 3 in the East.
Well, we'll never know the answer to that question. But the reality is, how much of a Cinderella story outranks all other factors here? Because the reality is, Florida, they've had 2 7-game winning streaks, which is winning streaks over 6 games. And like I said, a baker's dozen right now. Are you kidding? Who does that in the NHL? I mean, they're not the Golden State Warriors. This is the Florida Panthers of the National Hockey League. I mean, nobody does 13-game winning streaks in the NHL. And you got to say it's because of the coach.
All right, gentlemen, I got to end it there on the crossfire. Great debate so far, gentlemen. Appreciate the energy and the humor.
Yeah, always. Jake, awesome, man.
That was a lot of fun. All right, let's finish this thing up.
Yeah, so actually, no, I got this wrong here. RC is going to make his closing statement. Yes. Yeah, so RC, 2-minute closing statement starts now.
There's so many interesting factors that come into Coach of the Year, whether it is within the NFL, the NBA, and as we're talking now with the National Hockey League. But, could a team like the Florida Panthers be a 60-win franchise? Could very well happen. And with all things considered, as mentioned in my debate with my spirited panelist, Jake, Jonathan Huberdeau is having a season like he's never had. Sergei Bobrovsky, he's killing it between the pipes. And as Roman did say in his debate, they are doing it in front of a terrible fan base, probably the worst in North America, the city of Miami, who doesn't know how to support a sports franchise. I'm sorry. They are terrible, terrible sports fans. And the Florida Panthers are actually providing an argument saying that, hey, we have a solid product. We have the ability to do something really special here. And it is because of their head coach. As mentioned before, a 23-9-6 record on the road. Okay, 34-6 clean on South Beach. It's just an incredible season, and it's from a leader who has not had any coaching experience in the National Hockey League and wasn't even expected to coach in the first place. So the truth of the matter is, Andrew Burnett's going to have to dust off a little piece, a little section on his mantle, because he will be the winner of the Jack Adams Award for Coach of the Year in the National Hockey League. I concede my time.
All right. Thank you, RC. Did you set that up to play you out as you were wrapping up?
No. I wish I did. Actually, yeah, I did. I had that AV audio quality, Actually, I got a text message, and I don't know where that tone came from, but I think I have to reset my my tone, my ringtones.
No worries. All right, Jake, let's get you in here for your closing statement. Your 2 minutes starts now.
All right, so RC brought up a lot of very good points. By the way, I'm very sorry if anyone is from Miami because he just destroyed them. But staying on topic for my closing statement. All right, yes, it's hard being an interim coach and going in, but you could have brought anybody in there and it would still been basically the same thing. Maybe 3 or 4 points less, but 3 or 4 points is not a lot. Gerard Gallant took a really young team that was a bad team last year and got worse in the offseason. Like I said, they got rid of probably one of their 3 best players in time, Muchinevich, in the offseason, and brought in a bunch of deaf guys and maybe a draft pick or 2 in that trade. And they've been exponentially better because Evander's having a career year. Chris Kreider is having a career year. Even though Tim Panarin's having a career year. Adam Fox is doing just as well as he did last year at such a young age. Shesterkin is doing stuff that we've never seen out of a goalie this young. So Gerard Gallant is doing what Andrew Burnett did, except he was hired more traditionally because he's a better coach than Andrew Burnett. And he's doing with much less talent. Like I said, the Rangers should not have been this good, and Gallant is basically carrying them. Not that their players are bad; they're pretty good. They have some young pieces, but this is a team that at best should be a 7 or an 8 seed, and Gallant is completely carrying them. Meanwhile, Andrew is not really carrying them; he's helping guide them, but he is not carrying them. Like I said, the Rangers should be at 8 seed in the East, and they're at least the 4th. They have a chance to get the 2nd spot. Florida was going to be probably a 2 or 3 seed in the East, and all right, they're the 1 instead of the 2 or the 3. You look at the Florida; they have so many stars: Huberdeau, Marcus, Ekblad. And the Rangers, outside of they got Kreider, who to this point had been a good, not great player in his career. Panarin's a great player. Mika really didn't become a great player until about 2 years ago. Fox is developing. Shesterkin's still developing. They're a bunch of either very inexperienced guys who just overcome prospect status, or a bunch of deaf guys who are pretty much washed, or never even had a plan to be considered washed, or they're bleached. Guys like Ryan Reeves, and they still are a top 4 team in the East with a chance to be the 2nd best team in the Eastern Conference. So, without further ado, Gerard Gallant is the coach of the year. It's not even close.
Okay. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for an entertaining debate here on our 4th debate of the night. Let me go ahead and drop this voting link in here. It is live.
Jake, thanks so much, man. I always love chatting with you and chopping it up on your show when you are able to get an hour going. So, yeah, good luck on your finals, my guy.
Thank you, man. That was fun. You did fantastic. That was a lot of fun. I thought being in the chat on the show was fun. It was even more fun when you're on here. That was a lot of fun.
No, appreciate you. Thank you so much.
David, thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, David. Thank you. Yeah, Light 'em Up is just this is incredible. Such a format, so organized. Well done, my man.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all. I have a great team that supports me to make this all happen, but appreciate you guys coming on and providing entertainment for the community. Really appreciate it. Take a look here at the votes. It is 8-2 in favor of RC. There's 13 cast the listeners here. That's the majority. RC Milton, sir, you will win your Light 'em Up debut. But Jake, you put up one hell of an effort, man.
Yes, he did.
Very entertaining.
Yes, he did.
Looking forward to have you both on for future debates here on Light 'em Up.
Absolutely, Jake. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well done, RC. You deserve that one.
No, thank you. Yeah. You had a great debate as well, man.